Number 17, Kristen Douglas, and 19, Lee Jones. Obviously, lineup tonight, number 1, 9, Travis Watson, number 37, Nate Eustace, and number 88, Kevin Lee. Contrast team is number 3, Greg King, and number 10, Greg Bolton. We would like to begin by acknowledging the New York Street Lane, referred to as King Territory,
2023 World Para Ice Hockey Championships gets underway this morning with a key matchup between two of the top teams in this competition. Good morning, James Gallo and Mark Smith in the booth, getting you ready for a big tilt between Czechia and the United States. Now, first off, Mark, let's look at Czechia, who's coming in after a monster win yesterday, 3-0 over Korea. What did you see from their game yesterday, and how important is it for them to build off what they accomplished?
Well, I think they got exactly what they were looking for out of their game plan in that game. They played strong defensively and also were on the attack for a lot of that game, and eventually were able to get into the areas where they needed to score and really got on the attack.
On the other side of the red line is the defending champion Americans. This team is expected to be on the podium. Now, this American team, they are loaded top to bottom. But when you look at that roster, Mark, the conversation starts with Declan Farmer.
Well, it definitely does. He's one of the best players in the world, if not the best. He has 18 Team USA records, which is incredible. So it's going to be a lot of fun to watch him. He's going to be the guy that drives the ship for them. And it's going to be a lot of fun to see how impactful he can be in each game.
Two of the top-ranked teams coming into this game in the world. Czechia ranked number 4, and of course the Americans, they are ranked number 1. As we look at your starting lineups for Team Czechia up front, Vaclav Heško will start alongside Mikhail Geyer, Patrick Sedlacek, Pavel Kubiš, and Pavel Dozal. On the blue line, Martin Kudela will be in net. Jakub Novotny, of course, the man in charge of Team Czechia on the bench. Over to the Americans. Evan Nichols, Noah Grove, along with Joshua Mishevich will start up front. Brody Robaugh, watch out for him, talented defender. Josh Pauls will join him on the blue line. Griffin Lamar between the pipes to begin this hockey game for the Americans, led by head coach David Hoff in his 3rd World Championships on the bench for the American squad. Back-to-back defending champions are the Americans, looking for a three-peat here this week. Your referee, Kenneth Danielson from Norway, and on the lines, Ryan O'Rourke from Canada and Tony Rundstrom from Sweden. Again, this looks to be a great matchup. We look at the goaltending matchup in net, Griffin Lamar and Martin Kudela.
We'll talk about Martin Kudela, who wasn't busy in the game against Korea yesterday, but put up some big saves when he needed to be. He's going to have to be sharp here against Team USA, the number 1 ranked team coming in.
Czechia was solid yesterday against Korea, who is the 3rd ranked team coming into the event. Big matchup tonight against the Americans. We are underway on a beautiful Monday morning in downtown Moose Jaws. The Americans play at the center. Geyer rolling it back in for Czechia. Quickly defensively is Josh Pauls. Headbands this into the neutral zone. That pass cross ice going off a Czechia player. And the Americans back inside their zone. You can see the jump from the Americans right now as Czechia from their side of the red line will dump that puck in, get called for icing. Tone going to be a big thing. Can the Americans set their tone, their pace, what they're comfortable with? Can Czechia match that? Can they maybe establish theirs? One thing we saw from them against Korea, they are a physical team, Mark.
Physical, and they clog up the neutral zone really well in there. We saw it on the first shift, not allowing the U.S. to get going through the neutral zone, able to force some turnovers and put the puck the other way.
Declan Farmer out to take that face-off for the Americans. Regarded by many as the best player in the world. Wins that face-off for the Americans. Playing around the zone. Nice high pressure by the Czechs as we see them back-to-back. Nice body checks by Vaclav Heško. Had a goal yesterday. Forces the turnover. Played down the ice as the Americans come back to retrieve. Jack Wallace heading north. Getting to the red line. Continues in. Stopped by the Czechia press, and the Americans have to reset. Farmer for Jones. Salinka gets in the way. He was great yesterday against Korea as well. Musselman enters on the far left wing. Pinned along the boards. Loose puck force cleared out. Close to too many men for the Americans. They were in the middle of that change. If they touch that puck, they're on the penalty kill. Instead, it goes all the way down. Hard press by Novotny on the forecheck as Czechia tries to get some attack time here. Paul's fighting through that check. He'll move his way up. The left wing of the Americans looking to enter zones. They crisscross the blue line. In the slot, shots. And that one stops. A good look by Travis Dodson. First good scoring chance of the hockey game. Around the checkboards. Held inside by the Americans. Second attempt. Move down the ice. The icing call. 2 minutes into this hockey game. Martin Kudela, 6 saves yesterday in the 3-0 win over Korea. Challenge there, Mark.
Yeah, Dobson walks in and gets a pretty good shot off right in the slot. But Kudela able to reach out with the glove and deflect that away. Really nice save there early on for the Czech goaltender. And a big hit also following for Czechia, which they've done a good job early in this game of really getting physical and making sure the Americans are not getting the time and space they need to operate.
Czechia driving out. Lifted down. Be another icing call. The neutral zone going to be very key. We saw yesterday how Czechia would take away Korea's lanes up north. The Americans, great speed. You can see that from them already.
Yeah, they're real fast and really a lot of skill on that team. You can see it even in warm-ups. There was some great plays happening, and early on in this game, you can see them. Their skill is unmatched, but Czechia's got the physical presence that we'll see if they can bring that here in this hockey game.
Shot at traffic off some bodies. Held inside by Noah Grove. Over to Pauls. Looking back to Grove, right circle, pass just wide. Looking for centering pass, broken up. Czechia plays it back to the wall. Roybal coming off the blue line. Unable to get control as Nichols pressed by Ohar. He's able to punch this one out. Holding that one is Brody Roybal. Another talented player for the Americans. He, along with Declan Farmer, they got points galore in international competitions.
Combined for 30 at the Beijing Paralympics.
They are dangerous. Here's Declan Farmer coming up the far wall. Hands that to Roybal. Dozal takes away that pass to the net. Zlacek on the wall for Dozal. Behind the net, stolen by the Americans, looking to center off some bodies. Jones a chance, and he just puts it wide. Americans starting to get a territorial advantage right now, pinning Czechia inside their zone. Farmer straddling the blue line, bounces that shot just wide. Jones behind the net. Cycles right corner, Wallace attempting to center. Czechia breaks it up. Play to the blue line, held in by Douglas as he skates it inside circle. They look to center, goes off of Jones, and then bouncing left boards. Farmer quickly off the wall, drives. That one's blocked out in front, may have went off. I believe the American in front, Malik Jones.
Declan Farmer does not need a lot of space to get a scoring chance. Just a few minutes ago at the top of the goal line, our blue line gets a long shot off, just misses wide there. Real quick turn in on the attack and gets a great shot off. Here's another opportunity for the U.S. where Jones just missed it wide. Great pass from behind the net there by Wallace, and then Jones just missing it wide of the net. And then here Farmer with a great opportunity as well. But Kudel has really been sharp here early in this game.
Shot wide by the Americans off the face-off, and Czechia able to work it out. Douglas, cross ice, as the Americans drive back in. Shot stopped. Kudel on the rebound, can't control, and the Americans are on the board. Travis Dodson will give Team USA a 1-0 lead.
What a great play there by the Americans coming in on the rush. The initial shot there by Eustace, and then following that up is Dodson to get the rebound and put that into the back of the net. Eustace driving in hard. Dodson follows it up, and Kudela couldn't control the rebound and then had to sprawl out to try to make the save, but Dodson was already behind him and putting the puck into the back of the net. Just a great play there by the Americans.
Nice drive, as you described, by Eustace. And I like how Dobson support through the middle, puck ready, and able to knock in The Americans' first goal here of the morning. Take a 1-0 lead. Travis Dodson playing with the Nashville Sled Preds. Does Dodson towards the net, just deflected wide as Mishevich try to redirect that one in. Americans again, good puck control, nice puck management inside the Czech zone. Play to the blue line as Pauls keeps it in. He'll flip it down low. Goes on. Plays it back around the boards. Heshko unable to get that one out, but collides with Pauls high along the Czechia boards. Still inside Czechia zone. Heshko flips up. Pauls, though, again, good blue line hold. Cross ice pass, right circle. Mishevich into the corner. Blue line feed. Nichols can't hold on. Poked away. Bouncing puck. Leave underneath the Nichols. Worked free. Reaching was Kubish. Unable to get it out. Nichols. Far shot pad save made. Rebound between the circles. Cleared out by Czechia. They're being swarmed right now as the Americans. You see why they're ranked first in the world, why they are a 2-time defending champion.
Yeah, the attack just comes in swarms with the U.S. They're always in motion, always rotating in the offensive end, and it really makes it tough on a team to try to defend that when you have to constantly be in motion in the defensive zone. Czechia needs to get in the offensive zone and get on the attack here a little bit.
That's Levy hustling down. Looking to pressure on the forecheck as Musselman moves it to the American corner. Collision on the wall. Puck is worked free. Americans will find it. Cleared down the ice. Zelinka hustling. But he will get the icing call. 8:55 to go in your opening period of play. Travis Dodson has given the Americans a 1-0 lead. Mark, we should mention as well. Great crowd here today. A couple of schools from the area taking over 2 sections here at the Moose Jaw Event Center. Great to see the young fans. New experience for them. Seeing.
And you could hear them before the game. They're chanting USA and Czechia. They're having a lot of fun down there in the one end zone. So it's great to see the kids out for this game.
On the American boards. Musselman up the ice for Jones. Puck knocked away. Forced back to the American line. Douglas pressured. Clears it out. He's got Musselman. Tips in. Declan Farmer. Good speed on the puck. Drives in. Looks back door. Sliding was Jones, unable to convert. It's Declan Farmer showing his talent there, leading that rush up the ice. Sedlacek battling with Farmer. Heshko supports for Czechia. Musselman on the right half wall. Plays it off a body, rolling towards the Czechia net. And they'll hold on for a stoppage in play. It's a 1-0 USA lead. We are close to 8 minutes remaining in the first period here at the World Para Ice Hockey Championships live from the Moose Jaw Event Center.
Culligan Water isn't just a name. It's a promise to put you and your loved ones first. Because with cleaner, softer water, you can feel confident about your water. Culligan Water has been the local water expert since 1936, when we pioneered the water softener. We've continued delivering unmatched service by meeting you where you are, whether it's where you live or where you work. And your satisfaction has always been our greatest reward. But that's not all. Culligan Water offers a responsible and economical alternative to the waste created from single-use plastic bottles. Our systems make it easier to preserve the planet, its landscapes, and its oceans. Because at the heart of everything Culligan Water does is a commitment to provide better water for a better world.
Day 2 of the World Para Ice Hockey Championships are underway in Moose Jaw. USA leading at Czechia 1-0. With under 8 minutes to go here in this opening period. James Gallo alongside Mark Smith. here at the Moose Jaw Event Center. Americans digging away on that puck. Work it free off the Czechia boards. Blue line pass. Dodson lets it down low. Key at the red line. Directed in front. Rebound. They score. Travis Dodson's got 2. And the USA adding to their lead.
Great play down low by the Americans as they battled for the puck and then found it into the slot area where Dodson finished. It was a nice move there by McKee. Sent it in front, and then Dodson following it up the rebound once again and able to find the puck and get it into the back of the net. McKee with the bad angle shot, trying to pass it out front as well. And then Dodson right there. And Kudela, not much he could do on that one, as Dodson was all over the puck right in the slot, puts it up over the pads and into the back of the net. And that's a big start here for the Americans, really setting the tone early in this game, up 2-0, 8-0 in shots. They're really in control so far here against Czechia.
Very similar to his first goal, Mark. Just driving through the middle, puck ready, and able to put that past Martin Kudela. As the Americans now have a 2-0 lead. Shots are 8-0 USA. Just over 7 minutes remaining in this opening period of play. Czechia trying to get some sustained pressure, but on a loose puck, the Americans get control. Off their wall, cross ice, left wing neutral zone. There's Nichols. Looking for Pauls through the middle as he cuts across the line. Paul's just losing control of that puck. Clear out by Sidlakic, knocked down. The Americans break in again. Nice shot by Mishevich, stopped by Kudela. Nichols holds the blue line. Only for a moment, though, as Czechia plays it up ahead. Heshko racing to try and get there as it comes towards goaltender Griffin Lamar, and he holds on to it. Pretty much the only time he's had some action with the puck near him.
It's been a quiet start for him. Here's a great chance for the Americans. Mishevich walking in, gets a great shot off there. Kudela cuts off the angle, gets it a pad on it, but you just see the way the Americans, it does not take them very long to get into a scoring position and get a good opportunity, and right there they do that.
Great job by Kudela, right? Wears 2 pads, and the way he was able just to turn his body to his right, gets that extra left pad up, able to make the save. Trying to keep his team within striking distance. Vesely along the right boards. Trying to get control, pressured. Declan Farmer, loose puck. Clears it up, racing ahead. Jack Wallace on the puck through the middle. He's got Jones driving in, wrist shot. And that's handled by Kudela.
You can see the Americans, when they're set up in the zone, they show off their skill, and also in transition on the last couple of plays. Right now, they come in the zone. Jones with a great shot there from the slot, but it's just one pass into the zone, one pass into the slot, and then they get the shot off and try to get into the back of the net. But Kudela, a couple of nice saves on the last couple rushes.
Wallace led that rush in. Had Jones through the middle. Also had Declan Farmer on the left wing side. I like how Jones drives in, takes that shot. Right, being selfish in hockey is a good thing at times, right?
You don't want to pass up good scoring chances.
Controlling out of the Americans. Musselman checked between the circles. Back on the puck for Farmer. Pressured by Heshko. Puck loose high in the zone. Czechia, stretch pass up the ice. Geyer unable to get that clean breakaway. Great hustle by the Americans defensively. Take away that inside lane. Big body check along the American boards. Forces a loose puck. Drive in. Stopped as Sidlakic had the best chance of the hockey game for Czechia. But Griffin Lamar stacks the pads. Still 2-0. The Americans leading. Just over 5 minutes remaining here in period number 1 of day 2 of the World Para Ice Hockey Championships in Moose Jaw.
Good morning! So I got another parking ticket.
Play 92, number 1 for throwbacks.
It's Connor for Play 92. We'll catch you later.
Is it time to take your event online? Bring it to IKS Live. We've got a fully customized virtual event platform with remote guest support for your next fundraiser, talk show, conference, performance, and more. IKS Live offers live streaming to Facebook Live and YouTube and pre-recorded capabilities, both in our studio with green screen available and on location with pre-production and post-production services. Visit us at ikslive.ca.
USA leading Czechia 2-0 here in the first period. However, Patrick Sedlacek with a great chance to get Czechia on the board just moments ago.
Yeah, drove into the slot area, had a great opportunity to put that one past Lamar, but Lamar able to make the big save in tight. But best chance of the game for Czechia, and they've started to get some momentum in the offensive end, spending a little bit more time down there.
Cleared out by the Americans. Czechia's got a delay before they come in. They were caught offside. Throw across ice as Czechia's on the forecheck. That's Ohar pressuring. USA around their board. Zelenka pinches left line. Stolen by Dotson. He's got both American goals. Lays this one up ahead. Eustace for McKee. Over to Dodson. They'll work it down the Czechia boards. Ohar hands this one off. Played up the boards, Douglas. Holds right line. Flip back to the end boards. Goes off your official. Now Czechia will play it up the glass and out. Vesely pressuring Douglas. Support defensively by Wallace helping his partner out. Czechia continues to grind away. Vesely able to work that one low. But it is Wallace that gets control, breaking out from behind the American net. Lead pass right wing. There's Douglas in front of center, playing it to the Czech blue line. Sedlacek had gotten the way, but lost control, and then Douglas will float that one over top of the net. Around the Czechia boards. They're just playing that one slightly. Physical play, able to force a loose puck. Cleared out and up the ice. Americans trying to get control. Toss to the blue line. Dozal, very good defender, kind of like that stay-at-home defenseman. Plays a hard physical game.
Yeah, he was real hard to play against for the Koreans yesterday, and I would expect nothing different here today.
Tossed in again by Czechia. The Americans will return the favor as they send it all the way, and that will be an icing call. 3:17 remaining here in your opening period. 2-0 the USA leading. Shots 10-3 in favor of USA, but as this period's gone on, Czechia starting to get a little more time inside the zone.
Yeah, I think they've definitely found their groove offensively here as this period's gone on. The Americans dominated that early part, got the 2-0 lead, but since that second goal, Czechia has really pushed back hard and really put the pressure on the Americans.
Other than the Sedlacek opportunity not that long ago, they've had a tough time getting inside on a consistent basis. Up to Roybal across the Czechia line. He's got a man driving to the net. Roybal holds, scores! Top shelf. Brody Roybal will extend the USA lead.
Roll the highlight reel for that one. Roybal dances around one defender for the Americans, or for the Czechia, and then just walks in and puts a great shot on top of, over top of Kudela. Really a nice shot there from Roybal. Going top shelf, far side. Made life difficult on that defender right there with a nice move to the outside, and then just comes in and unleashes a shot from the circle and puts that one in for the Americans' third goal.
Great way, the way he protected that puck, used his edges to find the open ice to get around Zelenka, and then that was a great shot. Brody Roybal, he's a great player. He, along with Declan Farmer, they put up numbers for their team.
You can see the skill they have.
Floated back inside the Czechia line. Jones very quick on the puck, looking to center. Americans unable to hold on to it. Nice back check by Declan Farmer, not allowing Czechia an easy lane up the ice. Now Alex Ohar able to dump it in. Declan Farmer controlling. Making some moves, getting some open ice. Cross ice. There's Musselman. Near right wing along with Malik Jones. Jones right half wall. Through the middle. Off some sticks. Heshko trying to reel that in, but pressure from Musselman. Puck comes poked back towards the Czechia net. Inside 2 minutes remaining in the opening period. 3-0. USA leading. Cleared out by Czechia as Pauls controls at his blue line. Geyer on the forecheck, forcing Pauls inside of his zone. He'll hand this one off quickly as Noah Grove will play it up ahead, unable to connect with his forwards as Gozal will spot his forwards, and Heshko will dump this puck in. Geyer on the forecheck. He had a goal and 2 points yesterday for Czechia. Unable to get control. And Team USA moves it up ahead. McKee hammered by Heshko. Open ice hit. Team USA on the puck. They've got numbers, a 3-on-2. Pauls leads through the middles. Had Dodson with them, deflected just wide. Looking for the hat trick marker was Travis Dodson.
Americans so quick in transition, and they are on the puck and on the attack very quickly.
Inside the final 60 of your opening period, Dodson, top of the crease. Stripped of the puck. Americans hold it in. Eustace down the wall. McKee check. Back to Eustace. His shot from the blue line. Pad save by Kudela. Eustace trying to center from the right corner. He had McKee on the side of the net and held on to. Well, we talk a lot coming in about Declan Farmer and Brody Roybal. Roybal's got a goal, but Travis Dodson, he's the story of the first period offensively. 2 goals, and Mark just about had his third.
Yeah, just about had his third. Great hit there earlier on in the period by the Czechia team, but Dodson coming in with a great opportunity. Pauls with the speed through the middle, then finds Declan coming in on the outside lane and just slid that shot wide of the net.
30 seconds remaining in the frame. Roybal scored that highlight reel goal not that long ago. Checked by Czechia. And the official did not like that, and it's a slashing call. And the Americans will get the first power play of the hockey game.
We've seen how strong the Americans are at 5-on-5. Now they get to work on the penalty kill here after the slash there along the boards.
Alex Ohar.
Ohar just getting a little bit aggressive, looking to try to get the puck away from Roybal, who's been dangerous in this period. I can understand that, but now he'll sit for 2.
25.5 seconds remaining in this first period. Czechia's got to hold on. Play strong. Play smart. But it is the Americans that control off the draw. Declan Farmer in the slot. Makes the transition. Deflected and just wide. We'll blow it down on a high stick against USA. Faceoff comes outside. The transition from these players, I don't know if they're ambidextrous, but the way you see Declan Farmer, the way he's able to control with his right, dishes off to his left to take that shot, it's very impressive.
Yeah, it's so much skill and coordination to be able to do that while sliding it underneath the sled to go back and forth. It's been real fun to watch here so far in these first couple of days.
Americans on the power play to end the period. 10 seconds to go. Roybal looks left side. Shot high by Jack Wallace. Right boards, Declan Farmer. Trying to get to the nets. It's wide. And we're into our first intermission with USA leading 3-0. Mark, obviously, we talk about the Americans. They want to set the tone themselves. I mean, maybe send a message to the competition. They're ready to go for the three-peat. They get 2 goals from Travis Dodson, 1 from Brody Roybal. And the speed and the tone and the pace in their attack, very impressive.
Yeah, that's definitely been the biggest thing. It's just the way they get on the attack so quickly. It's been a lot of fun to watch here in this opening period, and I expect they'll continue to bring that in the second.
USA with a 3-0 lead through 20 minutes of play. Your intermission is underway, live from the Moose Jaw Event Center.
Is it time to take your event online? Bring it to IKS Live. We've got a fully customized virtual event platform with remote guest support for your next fundraiser, talk show, conference, performance, and more. IKS Live offers live streaming to Facebook Live and YouTube and pre-recorded capabilities, both in our studio with green screen available and on location with pre-production and post-production services. Visit us at ikslive.ca.
My window's like a mirrored reflection. I have to steer you in the right direction. I have to trust that we can find a way.
On every trip, you can depend on Esso to be the place between places, connecting you to what's next.
Good morning!
So I got another Parkson ticket. Play 92, number 1 for throwbacks.
It's Kyler for Play 92. We'll catch you later.
It's your online portal to all things Moose Jaw. It's everything, all in one location. Find it all at discovermoosejaw.com.
Mission Control, can we access the internet through that satellite?
Confirming, GEO satellite is internet capable.
Why do you ask?
Hello?
Are you streaming music right now?
What y'all trying to do? run. 620 CKRM. Scores! Jägerbomb!
in his first Paralympic Games for Canada. Here comes James Dunn with his first Paralympic goal. Like he's been doing it all his life.
Gallo, Mark Smith, winding down your first intermission with USA leading Czechia 3-0. Travis Dotson has 2 goals. Brody Roybal has the single. Mark, when you reflect on that first 20 minutes, the American attack, very impressive.
It was. They set the tone right from the opening face-off. The first 5 minutes were all on the offensive attack for the Americans. Outshot Czechia 13-3 in that period. The shots were 8-0 at one point, 9-0 at one point. And so USA really dominant in that opening period and really got to be happy with how they played.
They will start the second period on the power play, still a minute 35 remaining in that man advantage. And on the other side of the ice is Czechia. And the part of the game that we really liked is their physical presence in the hockey game. But Mark, how can they turn that physicality into pressure?
It's definitely going to be what they need to try to figure out in the going into this period. They've had the physical game. They've had some time in the offensive zone, but now they need to start transition into the slot like they did against Korea, where they were getting a lot of opportunities in those scoring areas. Haven't had a lot of chances there. Just the one chance so far by Selejčík in that opening period for Czechia.
Improvements as well, I'm sure, would be the clearing attempts for Czechia. Too much attack time for Team USA. Czechia's got to be better on their clearing attempts.
Better in the clearing attempts, a little cleaner coming out of the zone to not allow the U.S. to get that transition game going. Late in the period, U.S. really able to get short ice transition opportunities coming in on Czechia.
Team USA, a 3-0 lead after 20 minutes of play here at the Moose Jaw Event Center as we get ready for the second period of play. Before we get there, here's your first period highlights. Team USA in their white jerseys with the red and blue, leading Czechia 3-0. Getting ready for the second period of play. Czechia in their road reds with the whites. In a bit of a hole right now, but all it takes is a bounce here, a bounce there. Get some confidence, and you're right back in this hockey game.
Well, we saw it late in the period. They had some good zone time, generated one chance there from Sedlacek, but just not able to get enough chances right in tight for Czechia in that opening period. We'll see what they can do here coming out for period 2. But first, they got to kill off minute 35 on a penalty kill against the Americans. Lethal power play.
Alex Ohar in the penalty box. Late slashing call. Americans controlling off the draw as they look to set up their rush. Brody Roybal scored that beautiful goal late in the first period. Checked by Kubish entering the zone. Pass inside, loose puck. Goes off of Pauls, allowing the Americans to keep it inside the zone. Wallace hands it back the blue line for Pauls. High slot, circling back at the point. Right circle to Wallace, looking for room. Moves it inside, goes off the stick. Looked like they had Mishevich on top of the crease. Czechia breaks it up, though. They'll send it all the way down the ice. 50 seconds remaining on this American power play. Wallace across center, driving across the Czechia blue line. Centering pass for Farmer through the middle, broken up. 2 chances to clear for Czechia. That's what we talked about. Unable to do so. Americans keep it inside the zone. Still 30 seconds to go in the penalty kill. Now Czechia able to play it down the ice.
Americans always have 1 or 2 guys around the puck, so that makes it hard on Czechia when they're trying to get the puck out of the zone, and we saw it right there.
Team USA working north. Wallace across the line. Off the left wall to the nets. High blocker. Missing wide. Farmer trying to cycle low. Picked up by Czechia and sent down the ice. As Ohar comes out of the box. Back to 5-on-5. Here early in the second period of play. Only play 15-minute periods here at the World Para Ice Hockey Championships. As the Americans are forced deep inside their zone. Nice job by Vaclav Heshko. Joining the forecheck by Sedlacek. He'll move it behind the net. Looking to generate a loose puck. Dozal keeps the zone. Puck high along the wall. USA will pick it up. Stretched up ahead. Here's Declan Farmer. He's got Dobson through the middle. Pass broken up by Geyer. And on the loose puck. It's moved out. That could have been too many men. And that's what we're going to call, as a matter of fact. As the American coming on the ice in the change touched that puck before the individual he was replacing had left. And Czechia will get their first man advantage of the hockey game.
So Czechia kills off the penalty. Now gets a chance to work on the power play. Here we see the penalty. The player touches it just as the American was going off. So they will get the too many men, the linesman right there to make that call. So Czechia gets a chance to try to do some damage on the power play here and maybe tighten this game up a little bit.
Scored a power play goal yesterday against Korea. It was their first goal of the hockey game. They could use one right now, down 5-3. Early second period. Puck in legs, there's a shot off the draw. Save made by Jen Lee. Czechia left forward. Zelinka shot blocked by Dodson. And now he'll fling this up the ice. Hustling David Eustace to pressure Kudela, the goaltender, coming out to play it. Eustace getting control shorthanded. Second efforts by David Eustace, keeping Czechia pinned. Finally, the Czechs will get a loose puck. They'll move it ahead, but not clean in the neutral zone. And the Americans will once again play this one in low. 45 seconds into the power play for Czechia. Zelinka for Ohar.
Just relentless penalty killing from Eustace right now.
Right, that's where the fans give him a big round of applause. Great job. Penalty upcoming behind the play.
As Eustace went to delay the hit on Havel there and just got a little bit aggressive, and he's going to get called on that to hit. 2 minutes.
5-on-3 power play for 1:02 for Czechia. And again, if you want your opportunity to get into the hockey game, this is it. This is your chance.
Here's the hit from Eustace. Just came in from the side there. Heads off to the penalty box now. After a great start to that penalty kill for USA, now they really got to dig down.
Farmer, Roybal, and Wallace for the Americans. Sedlacek, Dozal, Geyer, Heshko, and Kubish for Czechia. 5-on-3 power play for another 45 seconds. Great job by Farmer for the Americans, beating Czechia to that puck in the defensive zone and sending all the way down. Czechia looking for a controlled breakout. Red line right wing. Sedlacek looking left side for Geyer. Close to an offside. They say no. Dozal looks in front. He had Heshko, but broken up inside by the Americans. Now Declan Farmer looking for room. He'll play it up the boards. Goes off the linesman, and that's a benefit to Czechia. 10 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Unable to enter the zone cleanly. Good job by Jack Wallace. He created the pressure at the American blue line. Now will rumble up the ice. Trying to go short side high, just over top of the net. As the first penalty is done, Kevin McKee will come out. It's a 5-on-4 for another 49 seconds. Farmer trying to center. Bad save made by Kudela.
Czechia started the power play strong on the 5-on-3. Got some good pressure in the American zone, but then as soon as America gets the puck out, they're able to go on the attack. They don't care if they're down a man or down two. They're on the attack when they're no matter when they have the puck, and we saw a great opportunity from the Americans there on the rush.
We talked about Czechia and how physical they're playing. How about Jack Wallace, the American defender, right at his blue line, kind of stuffs that hole, doesn't allow Czechia in, and actually he's the one leading the rush up the ice shorthanded. It's a great job by Wallace. First the physical play at his blue line, and then the transition to think offense to come up the ice shorthanded.
Positioning to make the play defensively, and then to skill and speed to get going on the other way for the Americans there.
Travis Dodson along with Josh Pauls, good forecheck here on the penalty kill, forcing Czechia into an icing call with 30 seconds remaining in the Czechia power play. 10 minutes to go here in the second period. 3-0. USA leading. Zelinka, Novotny, Ohar, along with Vaselli. Unable to get across the red line. Goes back deep inside their zone. On the near left wall. Two Czech players there. Shevich for the Americans. Great job along the wall, keeping Czechia pinned. And as Eustace gets out, we're back to 5-on-5. Thrown in from across the red line. Americans on the forecheck. High slot. Musselman shot. Blocker side wide. Dodson ran into behind the net by Zelenka. Loose puck battle along the wall. Czechia able to clear the zone. Wallace, left side. Up ahead, worked in by Christopher Douglas, playing with the Florida Bandits this season, and they score. That's Malik Jones after that neutral zone turnover. And the Americans continue to add to their lead.
The transition game for the Americans. So quick on the attack right there. Come into the zone, and then Jones wastes no time going top shelf with that shot, but they force the turnover at the red line, then come into the zone, and Jones all alone in the slot gets that shot off. Nice pass across there from Farmer. And then Jones makes no mistake. It's just a quick little mistake in the neutral zone. Quick turnover forced by the Americans. And they're on the attack and pucks into the back of the net.
So the play starts right inside the blue lines. We've talked at length how well the Americans are to go quick in transition. We see that after that neutral zone turnover. Declan Farmer, great pass and a nice job by Malik Jones to get control, drive to the middle. And he'll make it 4-0 for Team USA. It was Wallace who had that check in the neutral zone to force the turnover. He picks up the second assist. Czechia trying to respond. They go on the forecheck. The Americans get along the wall. Clearing it out. Musselman. Look at the great job hustling down. First man on the puck. Along the Czechia boards. Played around by Czechia. Comes up though. Held inside as the Americans are changing. Farmer, right wall. Looking high slot. Unable to connect with Noah Grove. The puck comes out. Wallace, look at him stick handle in. He's got Roybal driving the net. Passes wide. Grove to Roybal. Up the right wall. Trying to work his way inside. On his backhand. Trying to get to his forehand. Still with it is Brody Roybal. Penalty upcoming to Czechia. Roybal flings this one cross ice, held inside the line. Back to Roybal. Strong on that puck is Brody Roybal. Gets away from the Czech, still controlling. Delayed penalty upcoming. Roybal shot, save made. Puck is finally touched by Czechia with 6:55 to go. 4-0 Team USA leading, and on the man advantage when we come back to the World Para Ice Hockey Championships live from the Moose Jaw Event Center.
With new offers from Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC. Costco is back, and eligible members can receive a $750 bonus on select trucks and full-size SUVs. Step into the powerful 2022 Chevy Silverado or 2022 GMC Sierra 1500 with low financing rates starting at 1.49% for up to 72 months. Drive in comfort and style with the versatile 2023 Equinox and 2023 Terrain, featuring standard heated seats, advanced safety features, and a modern infotainment system with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Or opt for the spacious and refined 2023 Buick Enclave with standard all-wheel drive, starting from as low as 2.99% financing. Don't miss out on these limited time offers. Visit us today to experience the thrill of driving a new Chevrolet, Buick, or GMC.
Leading 4-0, Team USA heading back onto the power play for the second time here in the hockey game. James Gallo and Mark Smith in the booth here at the Moose Jaw Event Center. Day 2 of the World Para Ice Hockey Championships. Wallace flings that one wide of the net. Looking for the deflection was Mishevich. Roybal controlling inside right circle, spinning away. Looking for extra ice. Roybal still controls, centers! Declan Farmer scores. 5-0. USA leading on the power play goal. What a setup by Brody Roybal.
And that duo going to work right there. Roybal controlling the puck down low with some amazing stick handling and edge work, getting away from the Czechia defenders and then finding a little hole to get to Declan Farmer, who was all alone in front, and he puts that one quickly into the back of the net as he got around Kubel, and that was a great goal from the Americans. Roybal doing the work, Farmer there to reap the reward.
How good is Brody Roybal and the way he protects that puck, the way he controls that puck? It's really impressive.
His stick handling and the way he's able to maneuver on that sled is is next level. Nothing like I've seen.
Cody Roybal now with a goal and 2 points. Declan Farmer a goal and 2 points as well after the goal. Eustace for trailing Wallace. Shot to the net and held on to by Martin Kudella, who has now seen 18 shots from the Americans.
Kudella's made some saves when he's had to, but the American attack is just on top of you at all times, and they've been great to watch here in this game. Here's a big hit along the boards. Nice hit there from the Czechia defender, Kubish.
Americans win the draw. Play it around. Douglas. Pinned along the wall. Help from Dodson. He's got 2 goals. Work free and then knocked down the ice towards the American goaltender, Jen Lee. Wallace avoiding the check from the forechecker. Driving his way north up the ice across the Czechia blue line. Czechia stands him up between the circles and send it down the ice. David Eustace. Pressure, turns it over. Vasilevsky drives, scores! Czechia's on the board as Filip Vasilevsky capitalizes on that turnover.
Yeah, tough break for the Americans, but Vasilevsky jumps all over it for Czechia and able to get the Czechs on the board with a great shot as he forced the turnover in the defensive end, or in the offensive end, and then able to go right back the other way. Eustace tried to clear the puck. Vasilevsky blocks it and then walks in and just roofs it over top of Lee in the American net. A great shot there and a really great individual effort for that goal to get the Czechs on the board.
Born in 2005, Filip Vasilevsky is the youngest player on the Czech roster. Played with SKV Shark Varlovy Vary. 13 games, 41 goals in his regular season. And he gets Czechia on the board. Just over 5 minutes remaining here in the second period. Big goal for the Czechs. See how the Americans respond. Malik Jones scored earlier in the period. Musselman checked by Sidlacek. Zelinka will work it around the Czech boards. Zislavsky unable to clear. American forecheck. Able to send it back down low. Declan Farmer trying to play it to the circle. Broken up by Heshko. And then cleared down the ice. Pauls. In the neutral zone, Zelinka steps up. Plays it right back to Pauls, however. Malik Jones unable to tip around on the first attempt on the defender Pavel Dozal. Second attempt, the Americans will work it in deep. Lachik for Heshko. It's behind Dozal. That allows Jones the pressure, control. Over to Wallace. Shot. Oh, what a glove save by Martin Kudella. As Kudella flashes the glove, keeps his team within 4. 5-1 USA leading. More action when we come back to downtown Moose Jaw. It's the World Para Ice Hockey Championships here in the Friendly City. Malik Jones and Declan Farmer scoring early in the second. Filip Vasilevsky scoring for Czechia late in this middle period. The Americans have a 5-1 lead. In their tournament opener, Czechia came in after a win yesterday over Korea. James Gallo, Mark Smith, your crew this morning. It's played around the Czechia boards. Held in by Douglas. Takes a hit, moves that puck back down low. Swung around. Czechia unable to chip out. Back to Douglas. Far shot. Wide of the net. Havel battling with Nichols. Puck is loose and rolling left boards. Mishevich to Douglas. They've got Nichols trying to drive the net. Broken up. Not cleared though by Czechia. Douglas, good hold. Cody Roybal trying to work a load of Wallace. Cut away from the puck. Czechia a chance to move this one out. Trying to get around that forecheck press. Czechia into the neutral zone. Havel spinning at his blue line. Scott Wagner comes to the middle. Far shot handled by Lee. Roybal on the loose puck, moves it in. Quick change for Czechia. Nice shot from the blue line. That was Heshko. Czech center, just a little too far for the man between the circles. Kubish, shot knocked down. Back to Kubish. Unable to get the second chance. Wallace, look at him work his way up the ice. Trying to get inside on set Lachik. It's the shot wide, and then Wallace crashing into the side of the net. May have hit his head on that post.
He went in hard. He had a head of steam coming down the wing there.
Jack Wallace plays for the New Jersey Freeze. Tried to make that inside move on Patrick Sedlacek.
And he got hit as he was coming around the corner to get the shot off. And just kind of went sideways into the post. Hit that post real hard.
The side of his head went crashing.
Head, collarbone area.
Looks to be in some discomfort. Training staff for Team USA quickly out on the ice.
Nice show of sportsmanship there. Kudela going over, and Sedlacek also giving him a tap as he went by.
So he's going to go down the tunnel mark. 2:15 remaining in the second period. Up 5-1.
Wallace has been having a great game too. He's showing his speed and good scoring opportunities so far in this one. So tough to see him go off after that hard play towards the net.
He's made some good plays in the neutral zone. I like his second efforts as well.
Yeah.
Second efforts on play, second efforts up the ice to keep that play moving north. So we'll see if Jack Wallace comes back in this hockey game. Eustace, a shot stopped by Kudela, reaching blocker's side and able to hold on to it.
It's a real important save there as Eustace drives down the wing, gets the shot off. Pauls was waiting in the crease for a rebound, but Kudela reaches out. Here we see Eustace drive wide, but nice paddle save there by Kudela, and then he covers that one up before Pauls can get to it and try to throw that into the net.
Americans always have someone driving to the middle, right?
Yeah, they come in waves. They got someone in each lane coming into the zone.
Off the face-off shot, stopped by Kudela, as Kevin McKee let that shot go. Wearing number 88, plays for the Chicago Blackhawks. Wonder if that's a Patrick Kane thing, wearing 88, maybe, hey?
I would think so.
Could be. Another face-off inside the Czechia line. Travis Dodson to take this one for the Americans. Has 2 goals here in the hockey game. Off the end boards, McKee comes up left boards. Got Pauls. Trying to ricochet it in front. Eustace unable to get a stick on it. Dodson for McKee down low. Just overskated it. Flipped up and it gets out. Vesely trying to pressure. It's broken up by the American defenders. Into the neutral zone. McKee bumped by Zelinka. Loose puck. Trailing Noah Grove will get control of it. Flipped up ahead. Eustace dumps in. Wagner turning back to retrieve for Czechia. Farmer and Jones with the forecheck pressure. Trying to come off that wall. Jones looking back door where Douglas was sneaking beside the net, but Kudela sprawls to make that save. 61 seconds away from your second intermission.
Kudela's been making sure this game stays tight here in this second period. Americans with some great effort there. Coming in and a nice shot from the slot. Jones with the great effort along the boards to fight that free. Then Musselman with the deflection, but Kudela diving across to make that save.
Americans control off the draw. Jones for Musselman. Heshko trying to reel that in for Czechia. Sedlacek with some support. Plays it to the boards. Jones colliding with Palat. The Americans come off the wall with the puck. Farmer gets away from contact. Looks for Roybal. Trying to fling it towards the net. Went off of Musselman. Trying to set up. Musselman misplays that pass. Allows Czechia to sneak it down the ice. Douglas can't hold it. Just gets across the U.S. line. Americans recover. Farmer in on the near left wing, but they say offside. With 8.7 seconds remaining in the second period.
Puck just got held up in the ice a little bit as Farmer was driving down the wing with speed. Wasn't happy about the offside, but they'll have to the Americans will have to regroup and try to come in with just 8.7 seconds left in this period.
Neutral zone draw. Mishevich to take the draw against Ohar. Americans have it. Maybe one quick rush. Pauls, though, trying to work to the middle. Pass was behind. Now he's just forced to dump in, and that'll end your second period of play. The Americans add 2 to their lead mark, and the Czechs, though, get one back late. Tempo maybe not as high, maybe not as consistent, but again, it's just a continued press by Team USA.
Yeah, they've been on the attack for a lot of this game so far. The Czechs get a nice goal and get one on the board, but it was all Americans again in that period, and really a strong game so far for them.
5-1, Team USA leading as we skate into the second period. Day 2 of the World Para Ice Hockey Championships, live from Saskatchewan's Friendly City here in downtown Moose Jaw.
Is it time to take your event online? Bring it to IKS Live. We've got a fully customized virtual event platform with remote guest support for your next fundraiser, talk show, conference, performance, and more. IKS Live offers live streaming to Facebook Live and YouTube and pre-recorded capabilities, both in our studio with green screen available and on location with pre-production and post-production services. Visit us at ikslive.ca.
My window's like a mirrored reflection. I have to steer you in the right direction. I have to trust that we can find a way.
On every trip, you can depend on Esso to be the place between places, connecting you to what's next.
Good morning!
So I got another Parkman ticket. Play 92, number 1 for throwbacks.
It's Kyler for Play 92. We'll catch you later.
It's your online portal to all things Moose Jaw. It's everything, all in one location. Find it all at discovermoosejaw.com.
Mission Control, can we access the internet through that satellite?
Confirming GeoSatellite is internet capable.
Why do you ask?
Hello?
Are you streaming music right now?
What y'all trying to do?
to run. 620 CKRM.
Scores! Jägerbomb!
Now we see Dunn in his first Paralympic Games for Canada. Here comes James Dunn with his first Paralympic goal. Like he's been doing it all his life.
James Gallo, Mark Smith winding down the second intermission with Team USA leading Czechia 5-1. Going back to that second period, Brody Roybal had a goal, 2 points in the middle frame for the Americans. Mark, impressive with the offensive stats, but I think what's more impressive is how he controls the puck and how he controls the play.
He does. Every time he gets the puck, it's just impressive to watch. He's on both edges of sled, using both his sticks to really control the puck. Defenders have a hard time keeping up with him, and then he's able to find an open guy. He has a goal and 2 points in this game, and he's been a lot of fun to watch.
Czechia gets a late goal in that second period to get some life going. One thing impressive with them, Mark, continue to fight, right? They're not backing down whatsoever.
No, it maybe hasn't gone the way they had hoped in this game, but they've continued to press, tried to get some more offense going. They got 6 shots so far in this game. They get the goal late in that period. I think that might give them a good spark and maybe try to just get this game a little bit tighter here against a very high-powered American team.
Shots 23-6 in favor of the USA. Team USA 1 for 2 on the power play. Czechia is 0 for 2. That includes a 5-on-3 power play. That was maybe their chance. At the time, they were a little bit closer in terms of score. That could have been their opportunity, unable to capitalize.
Yeah, it seemed like that might have been the moment for them, but the United States penalty kill was so strong there. They were on the attack, even though they were down a man. So that was a big moment for Czechia, but the U.S. counters that.
5-1, USA leading Czechia as we march towards the third period of play by looking at your second period highlights. Pep talk for Team Czechia before they get ready for this third period of play as their 5-man unit comes out. I like the little huddle that they have. They're down by 4, Mark, but they haven't backed down from the 2-time defending champions. And they fought hard. They're There's still 15 minutes, still lots of time for them to try and come back. It is a tough mountain, but still, right? They can do it.
I think play physical for them. Keep up that physical play and try to get just a little bit more zone time. I think that they've been able to build on the zone time each period. I think now it's time to go to work in the offensive end and really try to get some good shot opportunities here early in this period, and that might be enough to get some momentum on their side.
Up 5-1, the Americans have been cruising, have done a great job here in their tournament opener. Obviously do not want any bad habits to creep into the game. They'll stick with their game plan. Well coached by David Hoff here in his third World Championship. Americans on the attack quickly. Rybel, back door, what a stop by Kubel! The Americans with a golden opportunity. Martin Kubel with a fantastic save.
Great cross-ice pass, great puck movement for the Americans, but Kudela there to make the stop for Czechia.
Joshua Mishevich was the player that had that chance in the feed from Rybel. What a stop by Kudela. Save of the tournament so far there, Mark. As play continues inside Czechia's zone. Rybel and Pauls keeping it in. Now Czechia will play it down. Retrieving is Noah Grove as he glides up the ice and across Czechia's blue line on a 1-on-4. Working his way to the right boards. Puts it in deep. Musselman and Jones on the line change, coming in on the forecheck. Jones takes a hit, controls the puck. Pushes it off for Wallace. Good to see him back out on the ice. Ran into the Czechia post late in that second period. Jones stick handling down the right wall. Snap shot, save made, puck's loose, and Wagner will play it away from the blue ice. Americans though, they say didn't hold the blue line. I thought pretty close. They say no. Zelenka, here's it up ahead. Vesely, the goal scorer for Czechia, plays it in. They are offside on that poke check from USA. And whistled down by our officials. Again, your referee today, Kenneth Danielson from Norway. On the lines, Ryan O'Rourke. And from Canada, Tony Rundstrom from Sweden.
Great pressure from the Americans to start this period, but Kudela has been equal to the task. A nice cross-ice pass by Kudela there, but Kudela able to make the stop. And then Jones tries to go high. Kudela reaches back with the paddle, swats that one away, and then clears away the rebound. He has been great in this game, despite allowing 5 goals. He's been under pressure a lot, and he's been really sharp.
Moving north, Declan Farmer. Poked by Zizlavsky. And the Americans have to regroup. Lost control. Czechia clears it out. Moving it back in is Team USA. Benjamin Musselman sends it around. Malik Jones battling with 2 red jerseys. Poked up the wall. Grove able to keep it in. Help from Jones, who will send it down to the corner. Farmer trying to pass inside. Broken up by Czechia. The high wall. Farmer then spinning it wide. No one home, but Musselman gets control left boards. Body check on the wall on Jones, but Team USA holds control of the puck. Farmer delays, waits, bottom circle, stick handles in, sliding, and he just missed Musselman. Left side of the Czechia net for a tap-in goal.
Farmer driving in the net slot there. Great opportunity, but
Wallace a far shot, stopped by Kudela. Wallace poking that one down low. Really like the play of Jack Wallace today. On the blue line for the Americans. He is all over the ice. Here you see him again. Forcing Czechia to just play it high and hard and down. Douglas back for USA inside of his line. Dodson scored twice back in the first period. Through the middle for Wallace. Wallace Right circle, Dodson. Shot blocked. Play continues. McKee ran into by Zelenka. Back to McKee. And it's whipped around. Novotny hustling there. Douglas lets it roll out. Picked up. Vesely plays it to the American blue. That's as far as he got. Wallace plays it back to the way. Eustace. Checked by Zelenka. Novotny was back checked as he tried to come to the neutral zone. And now the States will dump this one in. Brody Roybal on the forecheck. Wagner for Czechia. Up the wall. Knocked down by Team USA. Kashevich for Roybal. Trying to go cross ice. Knocked down. Zelenka just couldn't get down those sticks to drive up. Otherwise, he's going on a breakaway up the ice.
Yeah, and made a nice play to break up the pass, but just couldn't get going and get to move.
At the 5-minute mark here of this third period. Open ice body check is Hetchko with an open ice hit on Pauls.
Hetchko has brought the physical game here in this game. He has been unbelievable with the body play.
Bouncing puck, neutral zone boards. The Pauls trying to spin away. Pass for Roybal is wide and carries down the ice. Czechia looking to come in transition. Chip left wing. Zizlavsky looking for Hetchko. Puck loose on the wall. Up the boards, Dozal pinches as he collides with Jones and Farmer. Jones will dig that loose puck away. The Americans in transition now. Declan Farmer racing left wing. Trying to drive the net. Back pass. Jones stopped by Kudela. Gets a piece with his blocker. Vesely by himself. Getting some help from Geyer on the back check, but it is the Americans that get control inside their zone. Great action here in this third period. Big body checks now. Zelenka and Jones colliding again. Wallace moving it ahead for the Americans along with Farmer. 2-on-1. Wallace with Farmer driving. Gets the pass. Shot stopped by Kudela. To the blue line, the Americans stay on the attack. Douglas plays it around. Dodson checked along the boards. Couldn't get control to make that pass into the high slot. Vesely will now lift it out for Czechia. 8 minutes remaining in the hockey game. 5-1, a USA leading in a physical third period of play.
It's been physical. It's been some fast-paced hockey here in this third.
USA offside and will step back. 5-1, the Americans leading. More action when we return to downtown Moose Jaw, day 2 of the World Para Ice Hockey Championships.
In his first Paralympic Games for Canada. Here comes James Dunn with his first Paralympic goal. Like he's been doing it all his life.
Day 2 of the 2023 World Para Ice Hockey Championships is underway. 5-1 USA leading Czechia. 7:52 to go here in the third period. James Gallo and Mark Smith in the booth. Coming up at 3 o'clock, it's Norway and China. And then at 7 o'clock, the host Canadian squad will take on Korea. That is a battle of the second and third ranked teams in the world. McKee open lane to that, joined by Dodson. Passes over. Hat trick. Travis Dodson. 6-1. USA leading.
Quick transition for the Americans, and Dodson gets the hat trick goal. He's been quiet since the first period when he got those first two, but here McKee with a great drive. Goes underneath the sled for the cross ice pass, and Dodson there on the other side of the crease to receive that one and put that into the back of the net. Kudela had made some amazing saves so far in this period, but couldn't stretch out to get that one. The Americans always seem to have numbers when they're coming into the zone, and we see it there on that goal. They got two guys driving towards the net on that 2-on-0.
The determination from Travis Dodson to drive around the defenseman Karel Wagner is what developed the 2-on-0. And I like how McKee, open lane to Dodson, finishes it off. He's got the hat trick and a 6-1 American lead. Martin Kudela has made a lot of big saves for Czechia. Could very well be their player of the game, probably in consideration. That one's tough to stop.
Yeah, that was a hard one to save. We didn't see Dodson sneak in behind him, and couldn't get there across in time.
Brody Roybal checked by Havel. Broke a stick by the looks of it. Play continues inside the Czechia zone deep. Sidlacek works around the wall. Heshko. It's been physical, unable to clear. Czechs playing the body, generating a loose puck. Wagner deep in his zone for Heshko, trying to play it to the inside. Didn't get enough. Malik Jones driving left circle. He's got a lane shot. Kudela the save. Jones on the rebound for Farmer's drive. Oh, off the glove of Kudela. What a shot there by Declan Farmer, just turning and rifling that one.
The quick release that he has is pretty incredible to see.
Czechia finally loose puck as they clear it out. Up the ice. Racing quickly. Vaclav Heshko beats out the icing call. Couldn't get around Douglas to work it in front, and it's cleared out by the Americans. Farmer balances it cross ice. Musselman watched by Ohar. Behind the net, back to Farmer. Comes out in the slot. Snap shot deflected wide. Wallace tried to get the rebound and just couldn't get enough of it. Loose puck goes off. Plays it up ahead. A chance for Czechia. Novotny had Vasily with him. Great back check by Christopher Douglas. Plays with the Florida Bandits. Got inside, and Czechia unable to convert on a potential odd man rush. 5:17 remaining here in this hockey game. 6-1. The Americans leading. Travis Dodson, the hat trick goal earlier in the period.
Czechia has been able to get some turnovers and try to get started going the other way, as we saw in that last shift. But the Americans just track back so quickly, don't allow them to really get their pressure into the zone as smoothly as Czechia would like here in this one. And that's led to some missed opportunities, I think, for Czechia.
Americans called for icing. On the USA zone, Eustace tips it to the wall. Coming in on it was Zednik Havel. Plays it into the corner. Players tie up. Loose puck. Nice check there by Wallace. Physical play by the American defenseman. Developing 3-on-2 for the Americans. Wallace leads it in. Now a 2-on-2. Wallace still left circle. Shot. Kudela just got a piece with his left arm. What a shot by Wallace. Really impressed with how he has played. Plays with the New Jersey Freeze throughout the course of the year. Here's Musselman, a shot off the pad of Kudela. Dodson, he's got 3, looking for 4. Right goal line checked by Havel. He and Dodson now tied up. Puck along the wall. Zelinka moves it away from Eustace, but it finds Eustace coming off the right boards. Centering pass is off the sled. Grove for Eustace. Waits. Puts a glove side wide. Back to Grove. Coming out of the left corner. Shot blocked. Eustace keeps it into the left line. Penalty upcoming to Czechia. Heshko with that hit, I believe, on Eustace is what the infraction's going to be. With 3:51 remaining here in the hockey game, USA leading 6-1. And on the power play when we come back, as the World Para Ice Hockey Championships continue for Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan.
It's your online portal to all things Moose Jaw. It's everything all in one location. Find it all at discovermoosejaw.com.
Mission Control, can we access the internet through that satellite?
Confirming GeoSatellite is internet capable.
Why do you ask?
Hello?
Are you streaming music right now?
What y'all trying to do?
Vaclav Heshko to the penalty box for Czechia. Americans onto their third power play of the hockey game, leading 6-1. James Gallo, Mark Smith in the booth with the call this morning, now turned into this afternoon.
Heshko's laid a lot of big hits in this game. That one just got the T-boning penalty there as he missed the mark a little bit.
Grove for Paul's right circle. They have bodies in front. Pass inside goes off of Kubish and wide. Roybal pinned along the boards. 2 Americans. Now 3 in that battle. 2 Czechia players in there. Poked free, comes up the wall. Pauls inside left circle. He'll drive. Shot blocked. Roybal lays a shoulder into Kubish, and that keeps the play alive for the Americans. Still on the power play. 45 seconds into it. Snapshot by Grove is blocked by Kubish. Malik Jones over to Roybal. Down to Jones, left goal line. He's thinking wraparound. Instead, he'll play it to Grove along the right boards. Grove centering off a body. Roybal trying to flip it. That's blocked. Estes off the pad of Kudela. Malik Jones can't center. Roybal up the left wall, spinning down in the corner. And protects the puck so well. 25 seconds to go. Pass to the blue line, splits the defenders. Puck comes out. Looking to drive in quickly. Noah Grove, he's got a lane. Drives, Deeks, scores! Noah Grove, power play goal, and a 7-1 lead.
What a great move right at the net. Just a little bit of a fake out on the goaltender and able to put that one into the back of the net. Just nice deke right there by Grove. Key play at the blue line, though. After the turnover, he's starting to go in transition. The Americans were trying to get back on side. It was just in time for him to get on side, and then Grove able to dangle his way in and use his speed to get some open space and put that one into the back of the net. Looks like Czechia has called a timeout as well. It's been
Noah Grove plays with the Boston Bruins. When you look down the American line, Mark, and you look at their roster, you see a lot of affiliations with NHL teams. Yeah. I really like seeing that. The Colorado Avalanche, the Nashville Sled Preds, the Tampa Bay Lightning, Pittsburgh Mighty Penguins, Colorado Avalanche, Chicago Blackhawks, Boston Bruins, New Jersey, St. Louis. The ties that the NHL teams have with their sled hockey teams, that's great to see.
Yeah, it's really nice to see them.
Growing the game, right?
Growing the game, it doesn't mean just men's hockey, doesn't mean women's hockey, it's all hockey.
Noah Grove making it 7-1. Timeout called by Czechia. It's late in the hockey game. It's a power play goal. If you're Czechia now, dropping to 1-1. But do you think there's positives they take away from this game as they move forward in their pool play?
Yeah, I think so. You're definitely, it's a tough loss after a big emotional win yesterday to open up the tournament. You come back, you fall to the Americans here in this one, but I think they've done a good job of even keeping the Americans in check at times and able to generate some offense. So here it looks like they've drawn up a play trying to get another one on the board.
Just punched inside the American line by Czechia. Trying to play it inside, broken up. Evan Nichols lost it, heading to the Czechia blue line. Geyer tips up ahead. Sedlacek, he had that great chance back in the first period when it was 2-0. Maybe an early turning point. He's able to capitalize on that opportunity back in the opening frame. 2-1. Maybe Czechia's feeling different about their game.
Yeah, might have changed the momentum of the game a little bit there.
They have battled. Here you see, again, a hard play. Is Mikkel Geyer playing physically, trying to get the Americans off the puck, but the United States heading north. Dodson has the hat trick. Middle on the wall. To the blue line. Douglas rims around. Dodson colliding with the Czech defender. Played up boards. Good hustle. Douglas able to keep it in. 45 seconds remaining here in game one of day 2 of the World Para Hockey Championships. All. Nifty move around Jones. Up ahead. Havel racing for the puck. Grove back there first. Seen a lot of that where you'd think Czechia had something, but good hustle shown by the Americans, taking away potential scoring chances.
Good hustle, good positioning. They really cut off the Czechian players really well.
Inside the U.S. line as the young fans will wind down the game, counting the clock. Team USA, what you'd expect, consistent from start to finish. 3 in the first, 2 in the second. They add another 2 in the third, and they go on to beat Czechia 7-1.
Yeah, like you said, it's what you expected out of the Americans coming into this game and into this tournament. The #1 ranked team, the defending champions at the Paralympic Worlds and the Paralympics. So it's definitely what you expected coming into this one, and they put on a pretty strong performance here to come away with the victory.
Travis Dodson had 3 goals for the Americans. Declan Farmer and Brody Roybal with a goal and 2 points each. Kevin McKee with 2 helpers in the hockey game. Shots in the third, 9-2 for the USA. 32-8 overall for the Americans. Czechia finishes 0 for 2 on the power play, while USA going 2 for 3. So the Americans opening up with a 7-1 win, improving to 1-0. Czechia now drops to 1-1. They beat Korea 3-0 yesterday. They suffered the loss here today. If you're the Americans, let's get the ball rolling. Feel good about your game moving forward into day 2.
continue to build momentum, looking towards the big showdown with Canada coming up on Wednesday night. Canadians will get their tournament underway here tonight. So it's building towards a big showdown between those two. But the Americans really off to a strong start here with this game. Controlled it from start to finish. Showed their skill. Showed their ability to really cut down against Czechia's defensive play. Our offensive play, which Czechia showed they were really strong at against Korea. So I think overall, just a really strong performance here from the Americans.
USA back-to-back champions. They've won 3 titles in the last 4 competitions here at the Worlds. Going back to 2008, haven't finished lower than 3rd. And in that mix, Mark, they've got 4 gold medals.
Yeah, and haven't missed a podium in 23 years. So that's quite the accomplishment for the Americans. And they are, I think, the team to beat here so far. But we'll see what Canada can do here to start their tournament tonight.
They're a veteran team. 11 of their 17 players are back from last year's world title. 5 world titles and 5 Paralympic titles to their resume. And they open up their round robin with a 7-1 win. Philip Vaselli scoring his first goal here at the event. Nice one too, right?
His numbers with his club team are impressive. 41 goals, 70 points in 13 games.
Named the player of the game for Czechia.
The youngest player on Team Czechia as well.
You'd have to assume Travis Dodson would be your player of the game. He got the hat trick for Team USA. That is in fact what the call is. Dodson playing with the Nashville Sled Preds, a veteran of this competition. He's an assistant captain. He's a leader. And today he supplied the offense. 3 goals for Travis Dodson as he leads the Americans to a 7-1 win over Czechia in their tournament opening game.
He was all over the ice early in this game, really set the tone for the Americans with those 2 opening goals.
Just driving to the net.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it goes hard to the net and
go
gets
to dirty
reward.
areas. He was ready to go. So the Americans with a 7-1 win to open up their pool play as we pause for the playing of the American national anthem. USA opens up their preliminary round with a win over Czechia. As we look towards the rest of the day, 3 o'clock, it's Norway and China. Mark, let's look ahead to 7 o'clock. Canada, the home team, taking on Korea. I'm sure the fans here, Moose Jaw, anxious to see Canada in action tonight.
I imagine that will be a real fun one. Korea, we saw that they're a speedy team in the early game yesterday. Fall to Czechia in that one. They'll be hungry going up against Canada looking to spoil their opener, but the Canadians, I imagine, are really ready to get their first game on home ice since the 2010 Paralympics in Vancouver.
Canada and Korea at 7 o'clock tonight. That's the main event, but coming up next, 3 o'clock, Norway and China, as the World Para Ice Hockey Championships will continue here at the Moose Jaw Event Center in beautiful downtown Moose Jaw.